It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball, and that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offensive backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D4, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, getting 6-4.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Goodwin able to haul it in. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We show you now the starters on the defensive side for Arizona. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC, and it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Murray going to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A look now at our starting defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. 49er offense. They're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 13 carries, 71 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Murray now to throw. Underneath for Johnson. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. He's going to take off with it, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Ready?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
We got this.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Pettis once again the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 39. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. He'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On second down, Johnson. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself fit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Lynch make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Second and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Peterson. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this all day.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll look to throw here. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Ready up. Check right 54. Right 54. I got it. Come.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Coleman, and an alley to run.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Coleman, and an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Back to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in the huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility that people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded about a yard deep. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado. Check in on the Broncos. And they've gone to the half in that one with the visiting Saints out on top. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Carson. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at Dignity Health Sports Park. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucs. Travis Benjamin, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Coleman now busts through the tackle. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That's complete. It's Gordon. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll drop the throw. That ball complete to Isabella. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Gets it to Gordon. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. On 1st down, Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
I can't believe they...
Coleman. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They will run again with Coleman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now back to throw.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
We got this.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Able to find Isabella. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Andy Lee now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Down a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. And this this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Set up to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll drop the throw. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the second half.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Big stop, G. Big
10th carry for Johnson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
On 1st down, Johnson. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They're going to look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Bailey's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Williams. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Back to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this This will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cardinals, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.